Happy New Year, friends.
We missed you.
Wow, it has been a hot minute.
We haven't been together since last year.
I know.
It's January 2nd.
Before Christmas, right?
I know. Because you were off, I was off. It was just a whole thing.
Yes. I mean, this time of year, I feel like January 2nd, people are finally getting their groove back, because that time in between Christmas and New Year's, you're just kind of like, what is happening with life?
Such a blur.
I'm eating everything, and I don't know my workout routine. I don't know where I'm going, because it's just crazy. And for you parents out there, I get it. It's also nuts because your kids are at home. They're on the Christmas break, and so
so kids probably go back next week, huh?
Yes, they go back next week. And my son randomly has a day off on Monday.
Really?
I guess it's because the teachers get a day to like prep.
Oh, okay.
So you kind of need that. I'm kind of glad that with our job, is my hair sticking up?
No, you're good.
I'm kind of glad with our job we do have to work somewhat. We don't have those like 2 weeks off, because for those people that come back to work like today and tomorrow, it is so hard.
It is so, I mean, I just worked this whole week. I took Christmas Day off, but then other than that, I've worked every day, and I'm still like, I just feel tired, and I don't even know why.
Well, you've had a lot going on.
I mean, I guess so, yeah. I get to move back to my apartment that I got,
which is huge,
displaced from when Hurricane Beryl hit.
Yes.
Right after the 4th of July. So I've been in this like temporary place for 5 months with no decorations on the wall, nothing. So finally, tomorrow and Saturday, moving on back, and I'm gonna make it really feel like a home, because I'm like, I've missed having my decorations up and everything. Everything was just so bare in this, because you know, it was like, oh yeah, this won't be for a long time, and then it turned into 5 months. So.
Right, and that's hard. And speaking of decorations, literally minutes ago, we had our Christmas tree, which was
That's
so
what I was actually looking at, because there's a wire, and I thought it was like my hair sticking out, and I could see that monitor over there.
Got it.
Yes. That usually can't see that little.
Right, and normally in a newscast, to tell you the difference between this show and a regular newscast, is that we would just kind of like not talk about it, but I just like called it out. Like, are you looking at my hair? Like, is my
totally? I know, that's why this show is so much fun. Yes, the tree went behind the big monitor back there.
Yes, well, there is. Oh, there you see the space. So there's actually, it's called Three Kings Day. Obviously, you know about.
Yes.
And so in a lot of cultures and traditions, you don't put the Christmas decorations up until after the. So that's usually falls on January 6th. But I'm like, I just want to get it done, because.
So you're taking yours down.
So that's what I did this morning. It took me 3 hours
to workout.
Yes, but the kids' tree. So we have multiple trees, but the kids' tree and the sports tree is not going to be down yet. So that's still
good.
up. Yeah, but the main one is down, because it's just depressing. I usually drink a bottle of champagne. That's like my tradition.
And
while
take them
putting it down.
But you had to come to work.
But I had to come to work, yes. And I just was like, you know what? I'm going to get it done. And it's just it's so fun to put everything up, right? But then taking it down is just.
I think either is not fun, but.
Yeah.
That's the difference.
For me, putting it up is great, because it's like, what's going to be new this year? And I'm already thinking about that for next year, but I like doing all that kind of stuff. So
I'm trying to get better at that stuff.
But growing up, how did y'all do it? Like, because
my mom did the same as you. Like, you know, it was what's new this year, and where can I add lights and all that stuff.
Yes,
and it was a whole ordeal.
And,
everything was decorated, multiple trees, and
that's great.
A tree for each of our bedrooms.
Yes.
Little one.
Oh, we didn't do the bow.
I know, we never did the bow. It's okay.
Okay, it's fine. We'll do it.
It's fine. It's fine. But I did want to show everybody pictures from our holidays, so I think we're starting with yours.
Oh, we are? Okay, well, this is a hodgepodge of stuff, but yeah, we had the cousins come over, and Three Brothers Bakery had some of these cookies and icing. This was Christmas at Bayou Bend by the Museum of Fine Arts, and it was spectacular.
Oh, look at them.
That's Ryan and Liana. Yes, Ryan being, you know, like, get away from me. And she's just like so attached to him. The matching PJs was a thing in terms of like the cousin thing that we did. Then we went to a couple of neighbors' houses to drop off some gifts. So that's them there. And it was really just a lot, but it was a lot of fun. This was New Year's.
Oh, cool.
So
they got
did fireworks.
Sparklers.
So that was fun too. Our neighbors do like a whole shebang. So that
do they?
Yes. So we were up, but it was good. Again, I can say that like it was a little stressful, because there were so many things, so many places to go because of our families. But it's all a huge blessing, so you have to just keep it in perspective.
Yeah, that's so crazy because some of my other friends who have their families in the same towns as they are say the same things, how stressful that can become.
It can.
When you're trying to go to multiple houses and you have kids.
Well, I think like anything else, the best thing to do is plan ahead. So I was a stickler with Daniel, and I'm like, okay, so what are we going to do? How are we going to do this? And it was like planned out by the hour. So we can, and then allow like buffer time for mood swings with the kids and stuff, you know? And it was overall very good. It was great. It was great. It was just so many. We went to my grandparents' house, and we went to my in-laws' house, and we had my mom and sister over. And
looking back on growing up, my parents were in the same town as their family, so we did go to multiple places.
Yes.
And I'm sure that was a lot with us being little, so I can only imagine.
I mean, I remember that too growing up, but like we were the ones that were just like, okay, we'll go wherever, and we're eating wherever and opening presents everywhere. But you know, you have to just it can be a lot. And I always reflect after the holidays, what could I have done better to make it more seamless? And it's like you really can't plan it out. It's just you know. But I will say that I have made my circle smaller in terms of the people I hang out with. And that's more of a New Year's resolution thing, which we'll get to later.
Oh, yeah,
but that has really helped.
For sure. Well, my full family, like my parents and my sister, they came to H-Town.
It was huge.
So they were here. We went to the Punchline in downtown Houston for a comedy show.
Was it funny?
It was funny.
Okay.
It was funny. And then New Year's Eve,
oh,
this is kind of like a hodgepodge, not in chronological order, but we went to a great party after I got done anchoring the news with some friends. That's the whole group. So that was a good time. There was like champagne and hors d'oeuvres and live music and a DJ.
In front of your kitchen?
I wish. Matching PJs for us as well. My sister and I, we always do this on Christmas. We always get matching one particular brand, but
go ahead, Skims, sponsor us.
I know, right? And this was my New Year's Eve outfit on air, which I was having so much fun with. So I was like, where am I going to wear this? Oh, I'll anchor the news in it. Christmas Day, we went to Mass first early in the morning, and then like we came home and we cooked biscuits and gravy and all this food, and we cooked Christmas dinner, and I don't know why we had so much food for just 5 people, but it was fun. Like, it's fun cooking, and we actually opened gifts during the Steelers game for like more than half of the game. So that was fun. And my mom actually froze meatballs and brought them on the plane from Pittsburgh to Houston to make Italian wedding soup. So we had her soup, which we love, and we had some really good, is this called beef tenderloin, or I forget. It's like filet, but like a really big piece.
Great,
it was so good. And now I feel like I just am ready to get back to eating healthy, but I enjoyed every bite.
You know, and hats off to you because this is your first time hosting, right?
Yeah, and I mean, getting all of the ingredients for everything that we made was a lot because it just was like multiple dishes. So I went in recipe by recipe and like made the list. And then once I bought it all, then we went recipe by recipe to make sure like we had everything.
Yes.
Maybe I felt like we had a lot of food because a lot of recipes we make separate for my sister because she has that gluten allergy. So like she had her own soup that was gluten-free. She had her own like, if we order like on Christmas Eve, they got in later, so we ordered Italian, but like she has to have her own pizza and her own pasta because she's gluten-free.
Right.
So maybe that's why I feel like we had so much food.
Yeah.
But it all worked out. It wasn't that bad.
Yeah,
it was fun.
That's great.
Yeah, it's just my family. Like, I don't care. But sometimes, you know, family, they just say whatever is on their mind because we're all comfortable around each other, and you can choose to be like annoyed by that or embrace it. And I'm like, of course my mom said that, or like, of course my sister said that, and like you just have to laugh about it.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
No, I totally get it. And that's how I am with some people in my family. Like my sister came over and it was so nice and it was so fun, and those are the things. What happens with my family, which you might be able to relate, is someone says something and then the other person does not look over it and then says something back, and then someone else chimes in, and it just becomes this whole thing. And then I'm usually the one that's like, hey guys, let's just remember what, you know. So
did you play any games with the adults? That was fun when we did that.
Yes.
Some really dumb games, but it was fun.
Well, we did. I should have put video of it. We did this one where it was. I just took like Scotch tape and I made this tic-tac-toe board, and so everybody was in 2 teams, and so you were like the X's and the O's, and you'd have to like run across the room to put the X and the O, and then like go all the way back. So that was really fun.
We did this one where I should show a video of it. We lit candles all the way down the table, like these little candles, and you had to say Merry Christmas and try to blow out as many candles. But you can't be like Merry Christmas, like it has to be like just with your breath. I was like on the floor laughing.
Oh my gosh, that's
so
a good
funny.
game.
It was so funny. I should actually post the video. I forgot about it. I was like editing it together, but
oh my gosh,
it was hilarious.
I should have also posted, so we got the kids a trampoline. And
oh, that's so cool, yeah.
It's been, if y'all have kids and you're debating about a trampoline, I got mine off of Amazon. Like mine I think was like between $300 and $400, which was more expensive than other ones you can get. But I will say, because I've done so much research, and I'll just share it with you, you can get the pieces and then something's missing or there's like a tear or something. So just pay the extra so that you don't have to go through any of that hassle.
Yeah.
And it took us like 2-3 hours to put this together.
Oh my gosh. Did you have it together for the kids that morning? Or?
No, we didn't have time. And that was I was proud of myself. I was like, this is growth, Rashi, because usually I'm a perfectionist and I'm like, it would have been great if there was a huge bow. And I had even ordered the bow, like the one that you put on top of the car. So it's like, here's your last present, and then brought it. It's okay. We can just have them help us put it together.
Yeah.
And so that was easier for me because I was also wrapping everybody's gifts. And anyway, this trampoline is great because the kids are like playing together and not fighting over it. And it's also a great negotiation tool. Like, okay, you can be on the trampoline for another 5 minutes if you do this. I'm sure that's not like good parenting, but
I think that's fine. Why not?
Thank you, and it's a good workout for me. And so we play popcorn, which is like they're little kernels, and then I just like try
Are they like curled up in a ball, and then like you have to bounce them until they like fly open? Right?
And it's crazy because whenever they get hurt, like on land, they make this big deal. They need an ice thing and all this stuff. They have really gotten themselves hurt on this thing, and they're like, we're fine, because they don't want the trampoline to go away.
That's so funny. So what a good gift and a good workout.
Yeah, I know.
All right, we'll be right back. All right, here's an idea for a New Year's resolution. Get more sleep. My sleep quality has been trashed lately, and it's driving me nuts. So a new study finds nearly 1/3 of us are not getting enough sleep. That's 7 hours per night, and that's not even a long time. 7 hours is, and I know you sleep less than that, but 7 hours isn't even a lot. Doctors are sharing ways to make it easier to fall asleep. There are obvious ones like maintaining the same schedule and limiting screen time, and other things can include practicing yoga, which I probably should start doing, read a book, take a warm bath, and make sure that your pillow and your mattress are in good condition. I mean, I do follow a schedule. I'm like in bed at the same time every night. Yes, sometimes I do watch like one episode of a series. I probably should read instead of watch the TV, but man, it's just been like a struggle lately. I think yoga might help. I love yoga, by the way. I was so into yoga, but I haven't been lately. Maybe I need to like get back to that.
I think, one of the big things with yoga, it derives from India, and my whole family has been into it.
That's right.
So I laugh because I was telling her one time about ashwagandha, which is like a supplement. Remember you were like, I love when you speak Hindi.
Oh, yeah.
Like it's a supplement. But anyway.
Ashwagandha helps with sleep.
It does. Yeah. It does. But that's like a Sanskrit word.
Is it?
Yeah. Sanskrit is like the unspoken language in India. Anyways, and a lot of those poses and everything that you like, the savasana, that's a Sanskrit word. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But you're not that into yoga.
No. But I am into breath work, which
you should be into yoga.
I know, because I'm Indian.
This is where you're from.
I know, right. These are my roots.
Yes.
Yes. So, no, yoga is, and the thing is yoga has become more mainstream in the past, 15, 20 years because of the health benefits in the Western world. But in Eastern medicine, yoga is been there for thousands and thousands of years, and huge, huge component to yoga is breath work.
Yes, it is.
And so, and I don't know if I've told you this, but Well, so Hinduism, a derivative of Hinduism is Buddhism, which a lot of people know about.
Yeah.
Buddhism. So
did I tell you, like, one of my best friends growing up was Buddhist, so
No.
I went to a lot of different
temples
things.
and stuff. Oh, awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we
So
go.
that's actually, so I'm Hindu and my whole family's Hindu, and that, so that's kind of like the umbrella, and then in Buddhism is, like I said, a derivative. But anyways, so in Buddhist monks or those of the Buddhist culture, religion, they teach their children, the first thing they teach them is how to breathe.
Yeah.
And how to regulate their breathing. Yes, because that's the first thing we have.
Because we would sit like legs crossed in a certain position, and it was like about breathing. And I didn't know, I was a kid, I didn't know what was going on, but I was like, oh, that's cool. That
Yes.
you know.
But it's so much deeper than that, because it's like if you can learn how to regulate your breath through all things happening in life,
So much better.
like anxiety.
Do you ever do box breathing?
Yes.
So that would be like in,
For 4.
hold for 4, out for 4, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I've been doing that a lot lately,
Yeah.
thanks to Mel Robbins.
Oh, yes, box
Yeah.
breathing.
Box
There's
breathing.
also inhaling for 4 and exhaling for 7. So the exhale is more important than the inhale.
Okay.
And then there's also like the 5 breaths that you take that are fast to exit like negative.
Well, and then in yoga class, a lot of times, like there's different breath work that they take you through, even just in a yoga class.
Right.
And so it's like breathe through your nose, or
Yes.
like they'll do like a form of box breathing or whatever.
Right,
and
right.
it does like just center you and calm you,
yes, it does.
I feel.
There's one pose I'll just show you, which is like my favorite, and it's where you close your eyes and your ears, and you put your, this is like a pressure point, and you say like this, like, and it's.
Oh, I already feel better.
It is like, I mean, it's like this.
Wait, I already feel better.
Like
Leave
it's
me
like
be.
this
Can we cut the break so
radiated,
I
just this peacefulness.
All right, we'll be right back. I think I need to go to get a massage.
I think so too. Are we
going to
not going to break? Are we?
We're supposed to go to break.
Is anyone talking to us?
I don't know.
It,
Yeah, we're going
Yes.
to break. So you have probably heard the term a dry January, and that's when people try to give up drinking for the entire month. But I love this so much. There's another term that is gaining steam. It's called damp January. I've actually been saying this for like 2 years now. That's when you just reduce your alcohol consumption for the month. Either way, the change could be beneficial even after the first month. A new study claims that those who took part in the trend saw health benefits for at least 6 months after, and researchers actually say that people can experience better sleep, more energy, and improvements in smell and taste after just 1 month of not drinking. All right, I didn't really drink for a whole month, and then I went out on New Year's Eve. I literally had 1 drink, and I was like satisfied, didn't really want any more. So I think it like lowers your like desire.
Yes.
Because sometimes like I'll go out and have a couple cocktails and like think nothing of it, and you kind of don't even realize like, oh, that was probably like 600 calories I just drank, you know? And then I have a headache in the morning, and it's like, I feel like I didn't drink that much, but because like you can build your tolerance up so much. So I think that like a damp January would be exactly how I would describe what I'm gonna do this month.
Yes.
Because I'm gonna go, I have a family trip, and I'm gonna be with family, and I am gonna have some drinks, but like aside from that, I'm gonna just kind of take it easy and stick to like my 1 cocktail kind of thing I've been doing for the last
and I think that's
month
good.
or so. So
I mean, a lot of people, and we've reported on this, it's like after 2 weeks, their New Year's resolution, it kind of like goes downhill because they haven't been consistent with it.
or like they'll be like dry January, but they'll have a drink and then it's down the toilet. They're like, I had one.
Yeah,
Let me-"
now, like, that's
Where
just
if you
like-
call it damp January,
Right.
and instead of like restricting yourself, just like be more mindful, and
Yes,
instead of
or like-
having, like I said, the 3 cocktails that you might have at dinner, like have 1.
Yes,
That's a big step.
that really is. What are your resolutions, or one resolution that you have?
Well, just going to church every single week is like a big one for both my boyfriend and I, and we've been so good about it.
Oh,
so
that's great.
we're going to continue that. Yeah.
So more than just going to church, I mean, you obviously, like growing up, we were told, we went to the temple and it was like we were forced, and it was just kind of like, you know, we didn't really get much out of it. But I do feel like now being older, whenever I do go to a mass or, you know, a bhajan or something at the temple, it's like I do get something out of it.
But you have to put yourself in the mindset of, I'm going to pay attention, I'm going to read, follow along, listen, instead of just like going through the motions. So
definitely.
What about you?
No, I think, well, no, I don't know why I said no. I think for me, it's being more present, because I am always worrying about the future, the past.
Your mind's going a million miles an hour for a lot of people, not like you specifically. But.
But if you think about it, what is happening right now? What problems do I have right now? Everything is fine.
Everything's fine. Yeah, everyone's healthy, happy. The kids have their trampoline. They're good.
They're good. Yes. So it's just live in the moment. Try to actually do that. And it's so hard as humans to be like worried about X, Y, and Z and all this other stuff.
I know.
Look at us now. We're good. We're good. Just fine.
I know.
We're blessed.
We're so blessed. All right, we will see you back here tomorrow. We're so happy to be back in 2025. We missed you guys.
We love you. We'll see you
New
next
Year.
time.
Bye.
Happy New Year.